What's up, guys? I hope you're well. Welcome back to the Friday Focus, and I hope you guys have had a banging week. One thing we're going to go over today that your voids fill your values. Now, what's something that I've been learning over the last year or so is actually understanding my own perception of my own values. What do I actually feel a part of me, and what do I stand for? Because when I was younger, I massively used to switch between different people, wanting to be in different groups of people and do different actions that fulfilled other people's, not dreams, but their desires. As I've got older and I've got a lot more versed, obviously aged many years, I've learned massively that I understand what I value and I understand what other people need in their life to be able to feel fulfilled, get the job done, achieve things they've never said they could do before, and actually unlock their potential. That's quite an expressive term, but unlocking their potential is something that I massively resonate with, because nobody is gifted. There are people that are genetically gifted in the respect of their biomechanics, like you said, like say Bolt or something like that, but not many people you'll come across who are successful are actually genetic freaks. What they are is they're extremely stubborn. They know their value systems very well, and they actually be able to produce the goods when the time comes because they have the systemization underneath what they're trying to achieve. So when we're looking at the voids, there are 5 main parts of my value system that I resonate with personally. And there are loads of books that look about value systems. I mean, Dr. John DeMartini is a massive one. That is someone who you should look into. But my values respect to honor. Now, honor I'm not a warrior, I'm not a soldier, but honor is the respect of I honor my word. If it's on the whiteboard, it shall be done. That's my big thing, is that if I say that I'm going to do it, I'm going to stick to my guns and I'm going to get it done. I'm not going to bend the rules. If it's there, I have to get it done. Now, what that takes to me is accountability. I need someone pushing me. That's part of what comes next. Second value system that I run is a learning value system. I value educating myself. That's because I'm frightened of underachieving. I want to unravel the personal situations of many people and allow them to have their own journey, because everything they're doing will be different to somebody else. Next part of my values is my health. My health relates to my performance. I don't want to be the weakest in the room. I don't want to be the weakest link in a chosen task. And I also want to be sharp. If the time was to come and I was in an emergency situation, or I was asked to fight, or I was asked to compete in a competition, I would not want to be last. So my health is massively important. That is a huge system that I run throughout the day. The last 2. I value a tribe. I value a community. I'm a bit of a lone wolf when it comes round to business, because I'm trying to find myself. But I thrive in a team environment. Being a rugby player, obviously, having boys around me and pushing me and knowing that I've got a job to play in the bigger picture has always driven me to be better. And even though I sometimes work alone from a business standpoint, I massively resonate with people that are doing the same things as me, pushing the needle, wanting to perform better, wanting to be better, and wanting to have goals and aspirations that are away from being mediocre. And lastly, it's about being optimal. I'm not a firm believer of just being in a peak performance state, because reaching your peak is unsustainable. Once you go up to the top, you have to come back down. An optimal state relates to you being in balance with if you do the stereotype yin and yang kind of thing, pushing the needle hard and relaxing. I have now learning to find balance within myself throughout my business, throughout my training, throughout my nutrition, throughout my happiness, throughout my goal setting. They're not just pushing the needle markers and pushing at full intensities for the reason that it's unsustainable. I'm fully appreciative that being optimal 90% of the time is going to get me way more reward than being at a peak state for 1% of my week, month, or year. When looking at these, the reason being why I massively push other people to learn about their value systems is because they have to know what drives them. Because what you'll be doing is you'll be going around looking at other people and you'll be comparing yourselves to other people because you think that they've made it. You think that they've done something that you're wanting to achieve. But if you don't know what you want to achieve, how can you value that and then use that for your own goal? So what I would value for you to do is go and find out what you actually value and what's around you all the time. I know that I'm surrounded by education. I'm surrounded by training. I'm surrounded by things that are performance-based. I'm valued, and even things around the objects inside your room, they're massively adherent to what you value as a person. And the reasons why I'd say for you to do this are twofold. Is I was that guy who was always told he would never be good enough. I was always told that I wasn't fit, I was a fat kid. I was always told that I wasn't big enough because I was 5 foot fuck all. I was always told that I wasn't clever enough because I was fully dyslexic. I'm not saying that I've made it, but I've made peace with those negative connotations that I have of myself, and I know what I need to do to push the needle to achieve things that I was told that I couldn't. That's why I'm a resilient person. It's because I chase fear. I fear just being average, like we discussed in the last couple of videos. So that's what I value. If you're struggling to understand your values, your mindset, if you're struggling to resonate and understand where you are as a person and that's touched a nerve, reach out. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to give you some information, help you discover what you truly are looking to do whilst you're here, and especially during COVID, because like mentioned before, it's when this is all over, and we've all had this fucking vaccine, which I'm lucky enough to have, things will get back to normal. And the question that I have for you is, are you going to be coming out the gates, running on all gas and smashing it and doing things that no one believed you could do? Or are you going to be sat there still fucking moaning, still that dude talking about losing weight, still that bird talking about how she can't do this, whatever? Don't be that guy. Have a wicked Friday, guys. Stay strong, stay safe, and I'll catch you soon.